we're back with another edition. It's me, it's that MATT. Along with me, as always, is the big broski, Huge Pop himself.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
We are here on a special edition of Beyond the Mat Wrestle Talk. I gotta change my logo. It says Wednesday on it. Anyway, it's the aftermath of WrestleMania 40. We were supposed to have some special guests, but like the snowflakes they are, they decided A, not to return their boss's phone call, and B, they have a new job, or I can't accept that. So, pink slips in the mail, fellers. If you don't step it up, you're both gonna be fired. Anyway, yeah, I should be elated after what happened over the weekend, but I'm a little bit on the ornery side. Anyway, PWZ, thanks for stopping in, and greetings and salutations from a Huge Pop family.
That's Rick.
So we have officially gotten through WrestleMania weekend. Let's talk about it. So, Scott, what do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? Yeah.
WrestleMania 40. It's in the books.
It's in the books.
We can start with night one.
Let's start with night one because I'm concerned after night two what's going to happen.
So night one, we start off pretty heavy hitting, I think. I think it's pretty heavy hitting. We have Rhea versus Becky. So mommy versus the man, or mommy versus mama. For the World Championship. That was a decent match. I expected more, but then when I was watching it, I didn't realize Becky had been battling strep throat. So It's kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, she's running 102 temp. I can't hate on a woman for 102 temp at Mania. It was Jordan's flu game, you know what I mean? Like,
right. I mean, yeah. Here's the deal, and I had this thought about a couple of the matches throughout the week. And this is the deal with, the announcing, the dirt sheets, the stuff you hear on the internet. You knew when you hear Becky Lynch has 102 temp. I mean, she fought and she worked hard and she did a great job. That match was probably one of the best of the weekend. Hard hitting, and she worked through all kinds of shit. My problem is, I felt as a fan, I knew she has 102 temp. I knew she was 100%. There's no way she could realistically beat Rhea Ripley, not at full capacity, right? So I kind of knew that she lost before it started. Once they said she had 102 temp with strep.
Well, I mean, I think that's why, and I'm gonna go out and say us. Not us, like you and I, but the IWC in general needs to go ahead and maybe I need to start a movement. Unfollow Dave Meltzer, unfollow the dirt sheets, and watch it like my 12-year-old or my 11-year-old that plays with the action figures does.
Yes.
Watch it as a fan, not as someone who needs to
dissect it.
Yeah, dissect it. We don't need to pick it apart. Be a fan of the business. Not even a business. Be a fan of the artwork that is pro wrestling.
I loved her entrance, man. I really did. Come through. Is she the one that came through the book, right?
Yeah.
That was sick. That was amazing.
Well, that was CGI, but
anyway, but that was good. The intro, and she did. And Rhea Ripley, man, I'm telling you what, That girl is jacked. That girl's gonna be around for a while, and she can put on a show. And then she's amazing. And you know, I wanted Becky Lynch to win. I've been a Becky Lynch fan, but I know and I see what they're doing. And I, as a fan, after watching that, Rhea Ripley earned that. It wasn't an easy victory for Rhea, and so they put on banger. So
yeah, I mean, it was that match in and of itself, it lasted what, 18 minutes ish, about 17 minutes. It was 17:05 on the timer.
Well, get on here. We can talk about it instead of being in a chat.
If you have time to chat, you can have time on the camera. Just saying. Anyway, it was 17:05, and he it was
Gotcha, Cody.
You need to let your bosses know that ahead of time. I need to know your schedule. I need to know your availability. I'll let it slide this time. Next time you're fired for the 4th time. You hear? God damn it. I have a business to run, and you're sitting over here acting like it doesn't fucking mean anything. Jesus Christ.
Mommy's house.
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there.
Rhea Ripley,
mommy. There's no one in the business right now outside of Jade Cargill or Charlotte Flair that can beat her.
No, you're right. Absolutely.
Period.
She will destroy anybody on that roster except for Jade Cargill. I'd say that. Well, I would go, as much as I dislike Charlotte Flair, I would say, yeah, she's another beast that probably can handle her.
But yeah, I mean, I thought from start to finish, it was a very well put together match.
Uh-huh.
I think if Becky would have been 100%, it would have made it that much better.
Right.
But the fact that we know that she competed with 102 temp with strep throat, I don't know. I've had strep throat. I know I'm laying on that couch, not doing a goddamn thing with strep throat.
And mind you, you're in a 75-degree home, not a 42-degree outdoor complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had heaters, but I don't give a fuck. It's still going to be hot. It's going to be cold. You're running a fever. And for what she did, and you said it, it reminded you of the Michael Jordan flu game. She went balls to the wall. She did not give up. She fought to the finish, and that was impressive.
Now, their gear. Let's talk about their gear for a minute. Becky Lynch has had a feel of like the Queen from what's her name? Alice in Wonderland.
Yes.
The Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts.
I thought that was cool.
That was cool.
And then some of the inscriptions that like some of the stuff that was on her gear, like was what she was had written in her book. Some of the passages from her book was on her knee pads. Wow. That was cool. I love the detail of her ring gear. And of course, mommy just looked like someone that would just beat your ass and not care. And like
exactly.
Like she doesn't need to dress up as anything.
No, not at all.
So, I mean, if I'm giving a star rating for that first match, it was a good way to start the match. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 3. It wasn't what it could have been. Maybe 3.5 stars. I think I'll go 3.5 stars. It's not quite a 4-star match.
I was gonna be between 3.5 and 4. It was a solid match, but I'd go 3.5. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Next up, we had the 6-pack ladder match, and we called it on Friday. We knew this was going to be an absolute train wreck of a match, and bodies were flying everywhere. And the two teams that walked away, I'm not mad at. I'm really not.
Not at all. Not at all.
I loved DIY coming out looking gimmicked up as their version of DX. I thought that was amazing.
Yes, that was sick. I remember. Yes, that was bad.
Oh, Johnny Gargano coming out dressed as like wearing the cowboy hat that Shawn used to wear, and then Triple H version, or Tommaso Ciampa being the Triple H character. Loved it. Kofi Kingston and Apollo and Xavier Woods came out as Rocky and Apollo Crews. That was pretty cool. Yeah. New Catch Republic, they were, the Judgment Day. Once they lost, you kind of knew
who was going to win.
Once they, I'm glad that Awesome Truth won the Raw titles, and I'm, A-Town Down Under deserve it because they are two young athletes that's going to carry us into the next era, the Triple H era.
And I agree, man. The only thing I would say that was a negative, and I hate saying this because I as a fan, but I noticed this as a fan. That the win for the A-Town Down, it seemed like it was rushed. It seemed like R-Truth got theirs, and all of a sudden it was rushed. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a stall. Sorry.
A-Town Down won theirs first.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So R-Truth, it felt like that was rushed. Either way, I felt, and then all of a sudden, I don't know why, but maybe you can help me out. It felt like it paused for a minute. Was R-Truth just having that much difficulty getting the strap off?
I think he realized he climbed up the ladder a little bit too far.
Okay.
And he was all like, well, now I gotta reposition
it looked
myself.
Weird. It looked awkward, is all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it's R-Truth, so
that's
it's
true.
Okay.
But it worked.
Yes, it works. It works to his favor.
Yes.
But
I was happy it's gonna get us the winners. That have no problem with those two winners. Absolutely not.
That one went 17 and a half minutes. That was it was what we wanted. It was R-Truth finally getting a title that's not the 24/7 title.
Correct.
The Miz, perfect thing for Miz to let Miz do that with him. Mm-hmm. It gave the Miz some, and the Miz really didn't do a lot in that match.
No, I noticed that. There's a lot of art.
The one thing that I loved is the Miz was getting beat by whoever. Was it the Judgment Day in the middle of the ring? Like they were beating on him, and R-Truth over in the corner, tag, gotta have the hot tag. It's like, really? Yeah. I mean, it was R-Truth being R-Truth, and that's what we love about him.
What do you expect more, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything less from R-Truth, to be honest.
So with that match, again, is what we said it was. It was a train wreck. A lot happened. The big spots that we were expecting. The table spots were insane.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like there was a table spot in every freaking match at this WrestleMania.
It seemed like there was. Even the mess up table spot.
I
noticed that. I think that was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I sent Cody a message. I go, oops, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
I don't think so either. Anyway.
But no, that one, I'm going to give it another 3.5, almost 4 stars. It's not the best ladder match I've seen, but it's not a horrible match. It was a very well put together ladder match for a tag. But there's just so much to do in that match.
Yeah, 100%.
So next up, we have LWO versus Legado El Fantasma and Dom. That match, in my opinion, was hot garbage. I did not enjoy that at all. When the best moment is Jason Kelsey coming over the the wall, the barricade to interfere with Dom, then you're really not having a good match.
Right.
I did not enjoy it. And I honestly thought I picked El Fantasma to win. I think that's who I picked. Because I just felt like Carlito was gonna turn on Ray, and I was waiting for it. I'm like, where no? Okay.
Right. And as much of a Rey Mysterio fan that I am, I was hoping to see Carlito turn on Ray or something like that. That would have been much better than the Eagles coming across over the barricade and helping out. But it's WrestleMania, right? And when has there ever been a WrestleMania that you didn't see star power like that interfere somehow?
It was two offensive linemen, two big old white offensive linemen in luchador masks.
Yeah. I mean, that to me was, you could have done it with Carlito turning and had a better response. But like we said, I think we said on earlier on in the last week, this match felt rushed. On our prediction show, we said this match felt rushed. It was thrown together. And it's like, what? And then Mysterio's first partner got injured backstage, I think. Is that how
that was on what, Friday night?
Down. Yeah,
Friday night.
So I kind of like, so I gave this match a 2.5.
It's a 2.5 to 3 star match. I mean, it had the star power. To me, it didn't work.
No,
it didn't work. Nothing worked in that match for me. I don't know. It just didn't fit. Yeah, just too many. I don't like these faction versus faction matches to begin with.
Right.
Like, there's too much going on around the ring. If it was just a normal 2-on-2 tag match, I think it would have been better.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It just didn't work this time. Didn't work. And there's a reason that only went 11 minutes, but it felt like 25.
Yeah, it felt long. The whole night felt long, actually.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
The next match was brother versus brother.
Not what I expected. Not what
I wanted more.
I wanted more. I wanted more than 55 super kicks. I don't think there's that many, but.
Well, it felt like it. I mean,
yes.
Smack! Smack! Smack!
In my opinion, that was, I'll say it, and I'm a Uso. I wanted this match. I would say that was the worst match of the night.
And the wrong dude won. Because for me, if Jimmy wins with a little help from his other brother, that sets up for Backlash. Now what are you going to do with these two?
That is my question. I will ask at the end of the podcast. What are you going to do? That was stupid. And then the run-in like that happened last night that was dumb too. I was like, what the frick's going on here? Anyway, well, I'll say that for last. But that match, in my opinion, was the worst match.
It went 11 minutes, and it was 5.5 minutes too long.
Yeah, I mean, I expected more. You said, I expected a solo Sikoa, a Fatu,
something.
But
I gave it a 2-star.
Absolutely. I agree.
It was okay. It wasn't what I think I was just living to fantasy.
I mean, especially the build that it had. You know what I'm saying?
It was brother versus brother.
Yeah.
And then I would much rather, and okay, this is my hot take for night one. I would much rather go back and watch Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy 15 years ago than this again.
Absolutely. 100%.
And I don't like that match. I thought the match was hot garbage. But this one was lackluster. That match we saw on night one was something that they could have done on a Friday night. It felt like a Friday night show at that point. Like, that felt like a Friday night SmackDown match.
I mean, and how there's one spot one point in that match I was like, come on, this is so unbelievable. You have Jimmy crawling back and saying, I'm sorry. And then I was like, yeah, he's going to pick him up and he's going to diss him. It was so.
I was expecting the low blow. Like, that's what I expected.
Better than you expected. Really. Not me.
No, I expected more.
I expected a lot more.
Because I know the talent that Jay has. I know the talent Jimmy has. This did not live up to their I can't.
And this proves, this is where I go as they are, and I don't know if it's Jimmy or if it's Jay. I mean, they're both great individuals, but they're so much better together as a tag team. And I hope we see that again.
Now, I'm gonna go back to what Cody had. I think he said this on Friday, and I agree with him. Every tag team has a Sean and a Marty Jannetty.
Yes. Jay
is clearly the Sean. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's the Marty Jannetty. He will not survive in a singles run. He has to be he just won't. Jay, I have full confidence, could be a champion. He's proven it. He's had matches with he's carried, like, he has held great matches with Roman. He's had great matches with Seth Rollins against Gunther. He's just elevated himself to that next level. I can see Jay being a champion somewhere down the line. Maybe he beats Damian Priest somewhere down the line. And yeah, spoiler alert for people who haven't watched WrestleMania. And if you haven't watched WrestleMania and you're watching us, just watch it. But yeah, I thought, again, 2.5, 3 stars.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 stars. I mean, it was what it was. I just wanted more, and I hope now I don't want it anymore. It's done. I want to see them get back together. I want to see them make a run at the tag team titles. That's what I want.
So from there, we moved into Jade, Bianca, Naomi versus Damage Control. This match, we all said it felt rushed. It felt like it was just thrown together at the last minute. But they did the job.
They did.
These 6 women did what they needed to do to tell that story. Yep. It was 8 minutes. It was a perfect length. Mm-hmm. And the only person that felt out of place was Naomi.
I believe the right person got the pin.
Oh, yeah, Jade had to.
You had to have her have the pin. I was hoping, I think Edie and I were watching it. I was hoping that Jade or somebody out of that 3 was going to just clothesline one of them. Setting up another a feud or somehow. But I think you'll see that here shortly. But that was great. Jade is an amazing athlete. They all look good in what they did. Even Damage Control looked good. Asuka had some good spots. The miss to the face of her teammate, that was fun. It was just a good match, and it was better than what I expected.
Yeah, it was absolutely better than I expected.
Absolutely.
I mean, it got to the point where I think it's the 3.5 star match. I think it was. Yeah.
It was better than brother.
No, it was. I enjoyed that more than Jimmy versus Jay.
Absolutely, 100%.
And it wasn't because of spots either, because it felt like Jimmy Jay was another 11 minutes of spot fest, is what it felt like. I mean, it felt like it felt like Tony Khan made that matchup.
Right. Yep. It goes back to that conversation with what we have is how many kickouts is too many? My question, how many kicks to the face is too many?
Well, it was almost like they watched a Young Bucks match.
Yes. Thank you. I thought about that. I thought about that on that.
It was almost like Matt Jackson versus Nick Jackson.
Yeah.
They just super kicked super kick into a super kick. Oh my God. Yeah. He reversed it into a super kick.
Pat McAfee.
Oh my God. It's a 5-star match because it was in the Tokyo Dome. Anyway, moving on to what I think was one of the best top 3 matches of the weekend.
Okay.
Sammy Gunther.
Yes.
One of the absolute most banger match of the weekend. It told every story that you could tell in a match. And it told the story before Sammy even went out to the ring.
Yes, absolutely.
With Kevin Owens going, "It's your time, go get it." You know,
Who did he talk to before he seen Kevin? He was
that was Chad Gable. He talked to Chad Gable.
That's where I thought, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, Chad's all like, "Hey, you go out and do it by yourself because it's your time now."
Yes.
And then he sees Kevin Owens right before he hits Gorilla, and KO's all like, "Listen, dude, you go get it. Go get the job done. Finish your story."
And he sold that because it was like the kicking, and after he kicked the wall, kicked the barrel, he was like pumped. That was intense.
That's what I'm saying. I feel Sammy Gunther, as far as night 1 at least is concerned, was the best or tied for the best match of the night in night 1.
Absolutely.
I think they stole night 1 with that and Gunther, you saw character work from Gunther. He wasn't just, Gunther, I beat you up. He was talking to Sammy's wife.
Mm-hmm.
He was character driven work, and I loved it.
Yes, it's something we haven't seen from him much.
I loved it. It was 15 and a half minutes long. I wanted another 5. Mm-hmm. If I wanted it to be longer, just because it felt like at the end of it, they were like, "All right, guys, now you got to wrap it up."
Yeah. And if he can keep that interaction with the fans and that type of character build, he's going to be amazing at the next level, running for one of the championships. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I can see, and we'll get to this. I can see him challenging for the world title.
Absolutely. Oh
yeah, and I love that.
Oh yeah. But I would say back 2 years ago, I was not a Sami Zayn fan. Then I see him in person, and I see how he works with the crowd and how he works in the ring, and I'm like, I'm all for you. I am glad he won that title. I hope he keeps it longer than Drew McIntyre kept his.
I'm really, for that match, I give it 4.5 stars. It's almost a 5-star match in my opinion. I thought that was a tremendous story he told. Again, it starts before they even leave Gorilla. Before he even got to Gorilla, he saw Kevin Owens, and the story started there.
100%.
And then just the ups and downs, the complete drama of that match was amazing.
I could not agree more. That was the best match. It was one of the best matches of the night.
Next up, we have 45 minutes of, and I said this on Friday, it was 45 minutes of fuckery. It really was. Right down to Rock looking at the referee. "If you count, you're fired. The Rock's not fucking around." He said that.
Yep.
Right when you said that, you knew it was over.
Right. Now and again, because we've been doing this for a while, we're fans, we know what to look for. I thought for sure. I thought the ending of last night would have been different than what it was. The outcome was the same as we knew it would be. But when the one where I popped was, and I marked out like a bitch when Roman Reigns speared The Rock. I'm like, oh fuck, it's over.
Well, I was like, that's not gonna work.
But I hope, because I was mad. I was mad at the end of last night because I was like, where are we going to go after this? I hope they use that spear to build something of the bloodline to keep it going more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope that comes back. I really do. But
I thought that match was tied for the best match of the night, though. Like, I don't feel it needed to be almost an hour long.
No, it didn't need to be.
The one thing I will complain about just a little bit, you went from the end of Sammy Gunther to the beginning bell of Cody Seth versus the Bloodline was a 45-minute gap. There was 45 minutes between end bell and beginning bell of, to me, that's too much time.
Right.
That's my opinion. It's just too much time in between opening or last bell and opening bell. It didn't. I mean, it was long enough for me to go to the bathroom, get another snack, refill my pop, run into town, order a pizza. You know, like, it was just, I didn't really do all that things, ladies and gentlemen. I was just exaggerating a little bit. But it felt like I could have went out and cooked a 5-course meal and then it's still, and we're in the few short minutes, we'll start this. I'm like,
that's what happens. You know, that's what happens when you have 4 stars like you do. My thing is, and I get that Rock didn't have a match on that Sunday night, but his entrance overpowered Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. I mean, his was amazing, theatrical.
And what the hell? What the absolute hell was Seth Rollins' ring gear all about on Saturday night?
No idea.
What, is he going to the Kentucky Derby? What the hell is he doing? That big ass hat hanging off the side of his face. It's like, are you serious right now?
I will
he must
say
have
this.
lost a bet. His daughter must have picked his ring gear because that was hideous. It was bad.
I'll make a comment at the end of the show when we talk about that last match. I want that Seth back.
That's fair.
That's what I'll say. But no, that match was. My thing is, it was.
I mean, once the whole if you count, I'm gonna fire you, and all that stuff happened, I was like, well, this match is over.
Yeah, you knew. But we knew 2 months ago, though. It has to be Bloodline rules for it to work.
Yeah. Because at the end, you just saw the defeat in Cody's eyes.
Yeah.
And you couple that with the news of yesterday that broke that Jacob Fatu has signed with the WWE. Mm-hmm. I honestly thought going into night 2, it's a wrap. Bloodline's going to just absolutely dominate, and it's just going to be a bloodbath, and this is Roman's swan song. You know, like he'll disappear for 5 to 6 months and beat Hogan's record, and all the Roman Rod Riders will be, ooh, yay! Yay, our boy wins and he beat Hogan, that nasty man. Yeah. And
well, again, it comes back to I hate the news.
I can't feel. Cody says it's a 5-star match. No, I don't see it. It was good. I will say it's a 4-star match. I cannot put 5 stars on that. It didn't. I liked what happened. The storytelling was much better night 2 than it was night 1 for that group. We'll get to that here in a minute.
I mean, it's just for me again. You know how we heard Becky Lynch had 102-degree temp. Okay, blah blah blah. Right before that match, the whole internet was flooded with Roman Reigns isn't 100%. He's fighting leukemia again. Blah 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 blah. I thought he was in remission still. I don't know if he's battling again. I don't know. But if he is, that makes more sense of why he lost last night. And that, as a fan, it's hard to watch something that you know because I rooted for. I'll be honest. I rooted for Roman Reigns all night long, and I'm one of those what do you call it, Roman Rod riders or whatever. I love Roman Reigns. I do. I love the storyline, but going in, I'm like, okay, there's no way in hell he's going to win if he's battling leukemia. Period.
And that goes back to what I said before we even started talking about WrestleMania. Is us. I understand that it's hard not to get on these things, right? It's hard not to say, oh, what Dave Meltzer have to say, or oh, what does Wrestle Talk have to say? Oh, what does so and so? What does PWI have to say? Like, it's hard not to do that, but I kind of want to just disconnect from that and watch it as a fan, because go back to when it was on Saturday mornings, WWF Superstars, and you don't know what's going to happen. You watch it one day a week, and you're like, what's going to happen? Like, oh, I got to make sure I watch that on Sunday. I got to make sure I'm there and I'm witness to this. Unfortunately, the internet just has ruined pro wrestling. And I tell Andrew all the time to not look at the dirt sheets, because dirt sheets really, and I do it, and I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it too. But I think hashtag fuck Dave Meltzer, hashtag screw the dirt sheets. I need to disconnect from it.
I mean, I can think of, when NWO was the thing, we didn't have dirt. I didn't know of dirt sheets. I didn't have that capability of where to look. And you kept invested, and I'm not saying, because I'm guilty too. What do? I get up in the morning, I flip through my my Facebook and TikTok. Why? Because I want to see the news, right? And I need to stop, because it ruins, in my opinion. I'm not saying that our show is shit. Okay, I think we have one of the best podcasts wrestling wise going. But could you imagine what our show would be like if we did not have the dirt sheets and we were just going off of shock power? Well, still, that's the point. The dirt sheets are wrong, Cody, and that's the point, because we get so worked up about these damn dirt sheets and these rumors that it ruins the event, in my opinion.
Yeah. So Bloodline wins. They go on in a 4.5-star match. I can't give it a 5, but it was a 4.5. So it sets up what you're gonna see in night 2 at the main event.
Right.
And just the defeat in Cody's is a tremendous. Say what you want about Cody. I'm a Cody crybaby. I got the merch, so come at me. I don't care. But there's one thing you cannot deny, is he is one of the best, if not the best storyteller, in-ring storyteller in WWE right now.
He's good. I'll say he's good.
His promos, they're getting there. If we see more promo, then hell yeah, let's get it. I want to see more edgy promo, and I hope we're trending that way. But yeah,
I think you're right with Cody, but I think The Rock and Roman told a story at the end. You're gonna see Rock versus Roman. I'm gonna say this. No, you're gonna. I'm gonna say that because what I see happening is a jealous bitch, and that jealous bitch
succubus.
That jealous bitch is gonna be Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Because that egotistical.
How dare you talk about your tribal chief like that?
But that egotistical son of a bitch in The Rock is going to cause this. That's the storyline started that night because, of course, Rock can't be outshadowed by his cousin, because we got to have
the whole time.
We got to have a belt ourselves. You bitch. No, you don't.
Well, that was given to him at the Hall of Fame. Muhammad Ali's family gave that to him. So
I get that, but you're trying to overshadow your cousin, who should be the main focus of your. Yeah, I liked how it set. I thought it set up something. Then right after the spear, I thought, okay, Rock's saying, "Look, guy, I'm about as badass as you are. So
now this I popped during this match. The next match, night one. Night one. 2 out of the 5 wait. So we had 7 matches night one. 3 out of the 7 were solid matches.
mm-hmm.
Night one was good. Night one was good.
Yeah.
Night two, chef's kiss. Mm-hmm. There was not a single spot missed in that whole night. And you can come at me. I can give a goddamn.
I only had one problem with night 2, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not, because it is what it is, and the guy has proved himself. But I'll get there.
So number 1, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins' gear got better. It looked a little Mardi Gras to me. Well, I'm like, dude, we're in Philly. We're not in New Orleans. Yeah. But that's fine. And the little parade around the ring, I was like, all right, cool. The match itself went 10.5 minutes, and then the stuff after is what I popped about. Punk on commentary was awesome. Yes. And he's like, listen, man, you shouldn't be paying attention to me. You should be paying attention to what's in the ring, man. Like, just talking to Drew, like, dude, what are you doing, my guy? Like, Seth Rollins in the ring. I'm not Seth Rollins. I'm not the guy you're going after. And then the spot where Drew sits there and he tweets during his match.
Yeah.
Love Drew McIntyre. Love it.
Yes.
And go ahead.
And that's the thing. I love that. I love him. And I'm going to say this, and it's going to come out across probably wrong, but Drew got screwed.
Oh, he did. Oh, absolutely.
He is like, okay, so I got mad just like the Cody Crybabies would have got mad if Priest would have cashed on him 2 seconds after he got the belt. Right. I'm like, give that guy a run. He deserves it. He's a badass. And then you're going to have Damian Priest, who I don't give 2 shits about, going to come in and cash it in.
Well, to use Cody's terminology, he's a better chaser than he is a champion.
I agree. But I want to see him have the belt more than 2 seconds. That was dumb.
They did to Drew what Cody said they were gonna do to Cody, and I love it. I sat there, I'm like, and what made it even better is that CM Punk himself facilitated that. Yes. I love that.
That is the only part of that exchange I was great with.
Oh, I love Punk just absolutely kicking the shit out of McIntyre.
Right. My problem was I don't think and again, it's because I'm not a Damian Priest fan. I thought
I'm not either.
They did WWE did Drew McIntyre wrong, in my opinion. So my question is to you is, what's going to happen? Where's he going to go? What's next for him?
Backlash is in Paris, and I think you're going to see Drew Damian Priest at Backlash.
But are you going to see Damian Priest lose the belt?
I mean, wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
But I think going into Cardiff, I think Drew needs to be the champion going into Cardiff.
You would think. So.
But Priest cashes in. I like the Priest's gear, not gonna lie, it was Bam Bam Bigelow inspired.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was kind of cool. I still think Priest's promos are trash. I don't like him on the mic. I think he doesn't, to me, it doesn't do anything for me. It's like, all right, another meathead's got the microphone. What's he going to say, you know?
Right.
Just never been a Priest guy. You know, like, but I'm just glad it didn't happen at the end like certain people in our company had projected it to be.
Right.
But then we go into the match that I fully anticipated being an absolute shit show. Turned into a very, very, very enjoyable match. When they introduced Snoop Dogg as a special guest commentary, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I don't need to hear him speak for the next like 10, 15 minutes. It is what it is. But the more, like, he made it more enjoyable because it was like, I haven't seen one of those moves. That's a suplex? We haven't seen one of them in a minute. And it's like, Snoop, really? With Bully Ray as the guest referee, I popped. Especially when he puts on the glasses. Oh my God. And then they do the get the table. I mean, and the only thing that I have that was just, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. So, Akam and Rezar, they got taken out by this, like, flippity-doo that was done, right? Mm-hmm. That was just Montez Ford that did that to them. Why? How are you going to spend the next 5 minutes on the ground?
Don't know.
That, to me, that, like, okay.
Now, I was okay with the match.
Yes.
At first, I was not okay with Bully Ray being a special guest referee. But I get it.
Hilarious.
I get it. We're in Philly. We're ECW. I get all that. But I did enjoy when he took his glasses out of his pocket, and then it became one of those, goofy matches where, yeah, you knew everything that he used to do was going to come out. I did pop when he told him to spread the legs, and that was excellent. Montez Ford, he could get air like no other.
Oh my God! Give that guy a single title run. Let that guy compete for the U.S. title.
Dude, man, that would be a banger. Him and Logan Paul, oh, that would be sick. That would be badass. But no, I loved it. Everything, tables, through the table, everything like that was amazing. It was, but I doubted it at first. I doubted when I seen Bully Ray coming out. I'm like, oh my God, come on, this is gonna be one of those joke things, especially with Snoop Dogg. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I'll go 3 stars. A 4-star isn't quite what it was 3 stars because it was what it was. It was a gimmick match.
I'd say 3.5. 3.5. Easy.
It was 8.5 minutes. It was perfect length. Oh, I'll watch it again. Heck yeah. I'll watch all these matches from night 2 over again.
And you said it, Matt. You said you keep on saying this. It was 8.5 or it's 8. That's what I loved about night 2. It went by so fast because you kept invested, and they did their job and they got it done exactly how it was supposed to.
Yeah. So. The next one we got everybody saying his name, L.A. Knight. Yeah. This match was everything that you could want out of a non-title, rivalry-induced wrestling match. Mm-hmm. And even my wife, who does not watch weekly, knows who AJ Styles is and be like, God damn, he's on something. He's taking some sort of roid because dude ain't looking like I remember seeing him. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. He's on something.
He's big.
He's not looking natural. Come at me, people. I don't give a goddamn. I'm here for you.
He looks huge.
He looked massive. It's like, goddamn, dude.
Nothing like I remember AJ.
The 24-inch python, brother. Like,
AJ must pose.
Goddamn. Are we gonna have that? Are we gonna have that next Mania? AJ must pause.
I was happy to see LA Knight win.
Yeah.
You know, and again,
the mega star.
If you're gonna give it to somebody out of those three, we said this Friday. I think Cody disagreed. We said it Friday. AJ Styles doesn't need the victory. RKO doesn't need the victory. LA Knight needs it. That was the right choice to make. Let's launch him to the moon. Let's set up the LA Knight Logan Paul match. I hope we get that in Cleveland. I hope. Because if that's the only reason why Logan Paul won his match is because the pay-per-view in Cleveland, I hope somebody takes it off him in Cleveland.
Stop. Yeah, I have to believe that it's hopefully going to set it up for that as well. 12 and a half minutes. That match went 12 and a half minutes, and I felt it again. It was like that Sammy Gunther match at night one. I felt it could have gone a little bit longer, and I would have been okay with it because those two guys were beating the hell out of each other. They just were, and it was a very, very well put together match. I felt. And again, the right guy won. I'm an AJ Styles fan. I got like 10 of his shirts. I've been a fan of his since TNA. Mm-hmm. But I'm more of an LA Knight guy. No, you know what I mean? Like LA Knight, his stick work is great, and he's got the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands. He really is. His character is amazing. So, next up, we got Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. And I was waiting. I thought it was KSI in the Prime bottle again. I was like, I bet you it's KSI, that sneaky little bastard. And then when it ends up being I Show Speed, and they barked at him mid.
Yeah,
like, really?
That was fun.
Like, really? You fucking tool. See, Boomer knows what's going on. Anyway, and again, it was great. I thought I want KO's t-shirt. I don't know if you saw that or not. What it looked like. Let me see if I can find it again. Kevin Owens, KO, WrestleMaina shirts, images. It's got him. It's got the picture of him, Randy, and Logan. And here, if I can.
Yeah. Okay. That's sick.
The arrow pointing to Randy, he's cool. Logan had an arrow pointing to him, the worst, with the devil horns and the devil face. And then Kevin Owens has one pointed to him and says, "That's me."
Yeah.
And then it says triple threat match, April 2024, RKO. Logan Paul and over Logan Paul, it says sucks. And then KO, and then it says superstars and one idiot forever.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love Kevin Owens. I really do. Kevin Owens, he talked about character work. And we saw it. It was in its storytelling, the continuous storytelling that we're seeing. Because night one with him going out and talking to Sammy before he hits Gorilla. And there's Sammy waiting for him before he goes to Gorilla. I thought that was really, just the little things were great on both nights. Along with, so you saw Logan Paul come out in the Prime truck.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Owens has a golf cart with the sign that just says KO on the front.
And he backs up and picks up Randy Orton.
Then he backs up. I mean,
that was funny. My question to you now: does Sami Zayn stay right before Gorilla and Kevin Owens right before Gorilla? Do you see those guys facing off against each other somewhere down the line?
They might. I mean,
give it a rub.
They've done a lot in ROH together.
Yeah.
When they were Kevin Steen and the other and Sami Zayn, and it'd be cool to, and in NXT they did a program together. I think it'd be a lot of fun to see those guys go one more time. Yeah. Maybe next year's Mania. Maybe Sami holds it until next Mania. Yeah. You know, maybe he has a nice little run. Won't surpass Gunther. I think going forward you're not going to see lengthy title runs. I don't think you're going to. I think Roman is Triple H's Bruno. I think he set the. You know, Vince didn't have Bruno. Vince had Hogan. You know, Triple H might be Triple H's Bruno or Triple H's Hogan with Roman. Set the bar and then say, okay, that's what you want to achieve. That's who you want to try to surpass. I mean, before we talk about these last couple matches, I honestly think, and again, I'm not a Roman hater. It was just time to pull the trigger, in my opinion. It's been time to pull the trigger for the last year now. But Roman Reigns is the single greatest pro wrestling character in the modern era. There's no denying that. Right. There's not. He's held the title for as long as he did. He's a multi-time title holder. He's held every title under the sun, essentially. So it's hard pressed for me to sit here and say that, oh, it's going to be, you know.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. But I think it's all due to Triple H and how he surrounded and how they created the bloodline, how they surround Roman Reigns with all these people to protect him, right? I think that Triple H did a phenomenal job. And that is my only concern. And I hope Triple H is invested enough in Cody Rhodes to surround him with a bunch of people for him to go far. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to win the title to say he got what his dad didn't get, to not be surrounded by people to build a story. I could get behind a storyline with Cody Rhodes. I could. That's what I liked about what they did with Roman Reigns. I can remember, was it 3 years ago when he came into a locker room and there sat Paul Heyman? That's when Roman Reigns was rebirthed into something cool. I hope, and I know we're not there yet, but that my finishing statement would be like this. I hope they get me invested with the Cody Rhodes and get me to like him like I did. And it wasn't just Roman Reigns. I liked the bloodline and what all that did.
So Logan ended up winning the U.S. title, and I am perfectly fine with that. Yeah. Logan Paul, and like I was talking to Andrew last night, Logan Paul, you got to think, Logan Paul, he is no longer a celebrity just happened to be in the pro wrestling business. He is a pro wrestler now. He is without doubt a professional wrestler. 100%. And the reasoning behind it is, look who taught him. Shawn Michaels. Yeah. He learned from arguably one of the Mount Rushmores of pro wrestling.
You're not wrong.
And he takes the game seriously. He really does. He takes the art of pro wrestling very seriously. The dude's got massive air. Him and Montez Ford jumping off, doing those frog splashes was ridiculous.
Yep.
It was crazy how high Logan got up.
I think the announcer said
okay.
I think the announcer said if we were in an indoor arena, Logan Paul and Montez Ford would have hit the bricks. That's how high they got. they flew.
It's crazy. It's like So yeah, I'm glad Logan won.
Right. The thing is, when you fly so high, people that think this shit's fake, you got to hit the ground somehow, and that's not gonna be nice, right? It's gonna kind of like, let's go, let's figure this out. Scripted, yes. Fake, no. So,
and I think that match, it felt like at the beginning, that match felt like it was going to be a handicap match, like a 2-on-1 handicap match, because they were beating the brakes off of Logan. Yeah. and again, I'm glad that he won. I really am. I hope that they continue to let Logan have a run with that U.S. title.
He needs more work on his mic a little bit, because sometimes it seems like it's weird.
Well, because his promo style is way different than a pro wrestler.
Maybe that's what I have a hard time with that, because I want him to be a pro wrestler promo cutter. I think if he got that, he'd be solid as hell. I'd love the man. I
think for that match, it was definitely a 4-star match. It 100%. Was everything that I wanted.
100%.
Yeah. Next up, we had a very entertaining match. It told the story. I dare say it was better than Rhea Becky in night one was. I felt the storytelling was far greater in this one, down to Bayley looking down at Io and saying, "We were never friends. I was never your friend." It's the storytelling. And to me, I see stuff like that. I find the small things. I can give a shit less if they botched a spot in the, like, I want the storytelling. I want to be invested in the two of them. I don't care if I'm not looking at it as a technical masterpiece. I'm just not. I'm not going to sit there and dissect it.
Right. That's fair.
I'm watching it as a fan. Were there some missed spots? Yeah. Every match will have a missed spot somewhere. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was better story-wise than Rhea Becky.
And it had to be, I think. You had to finish that story with Bayley in Damage Control. You had to.
Oh, yeah.
And how better to finish it than to have, again, I can hear you, Cody Crybaby, son. Thank you. How better to finish the story than on the grandest stage of them all. And after the night was over, I said the same thing. Okay, I get you. I'm not a Cody Crybaby fanatic, but I understand now. Yes, you have to do this at the grandest stage. And they did. And you're right. The time that she looked on at Io Sky and said, "I was never your friend. Who do you think you are?" That was brilliant. I gave that a 4.5.
Yeah, it's definitely a 4-star match. It was, and I think one of my favorite moments of that match wasn't even something that happened in the ring. It was the fact that all of Lincoln Financial Stadium was singing the Bayley "Won't You Be My Girl" song.
Yeah.
And they did it on multiple occasions, and it was perfect. As a fan, I popped for the fans that were doing it. It was awesome. And I got I giggled a little bit because Andrew and I were just thought, be like, they're singing it again. And to me, that in and of itself bodies what pro wrestling should be. The fans are invested. They want someone to win, and they will them to win. And it was magic. And that match was so much fun to watch because you got the frustration from the heel. You got the rebound from the person everyone wanted to win. And you got the star power of Bayley to win and be the champion again. And to me, that was great.
Wow. There we go.
Now we get to the Bloodline Rules match with Cody and Roman Reigns.
And our little bitch showed up at the bottom. He must be done at his mommy's house.
I'm here!
Well, we're getting ready to close the show, and you decide to show up. I guess better late than never.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were doing a podcast today.
Sorry.
Well, that's why I called you like 3 times, and you send me the voicemail.
No, I didn't send you the voicemail. My fucking phone went goddamn silent. Don't do this shit to me.
I'm done.
This is the part of the show where Cody has an
aneurysm.
aneurysm.
Camera. Jesus Christ. Yucky.
Karma's a bitch.
Ugh.
Karma, dude. Karma. Don't come at your boss like that.
My boss.
Teach you.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt's now The Rock. Okay. Got to add a little bit more charisma for that, buddy.
Hey, listen here, mother trucker.
I am a trucker.
I'm a trucker.
I'm a trucker.
Yeah,
anyway, you're in time for the last match of the night or for the weekend.
Perfect.
That match. I'll start off with what I'm gonna rate it. It was the match of the weekend. It was a 5-star match, and nothing touches it.
If it was in the Tokyo Dome, Dave Meltzer would have rated it an 8-star match.
Oh, he would have.
I agree.
He would have had a straight up orgasm. And before we get too far into this, don't forget to tune in Wednesday night, where you see a Samoan on TV going against another Rhodes for the AEW Championship. Yay! Go Tony Khan!
Also, don't forget this, Matt. We get to see the live footage from All in London with Matt and Nick Jackson talking about it.
Yay.
All because CM Punk went shoot. So it's going to be good.
No, I just love the fact that Tony Khan, looking at Triple H, be like, whatever you can do, I can do better. Well, let's see. I have a Samoan too. I'm going to put him in the ring against the Rhodes. That sounds like a great idea.
Except your Samoan's going to beat this Rhodes because Goldust hasn't been relevant since 2010. So.
No, he must finish his story.
Yes.
Who, Joe? Because Joe will finish that story, the story of beating the Rhodes' ass.
But anyway, I just wanted to make fun of Tony Khan for a few minutes because.
Oh, I could do that for 24 hours. That's not a hard task.
Sure. The guy's so high on coke, it's not even funny.
I think he beat fucking Darby Allin to the top of Everest.
Probably.
He's going skiing, people. I think from start to finish, and I've said this repeatedly throughout the critiques of these matches, the storytelling was beautiful.
This match, 100%, storytelling wise, gave me all the feels. Every single feel that I had in my body, I gave it to this story.
Okay, I have one question. And again, this is going to show me as it's going to show maybe, and I hope it doesn't show my ignorance. Okay, but I'm going to ask this question. It's going to be in all sincerity.
Okay.
I had no problem with the Seth Rollins run-in.
Was that even a run-in? That was Seth Rollins hobbling into the fucking ring.
What I'm saying.
Well, it was an interference.
Interference.
It was running interference.
I popped as like a little baby when that music hit, I was hoping for Moxley, but obviously we knew we weren't going to get that. But that made sense.
I'm not going to lie, a little bit, like 5% of my heart's like, did they really strike a deal with Tony Khan?
Right. And I was like, oh my God. My wife is going, what? I said, oh my God, Moxley's going to show up. Of course, that input Seth Rollins. And that I love because Roman Reigns could have done either one of two things. Tell him to hit Cody Rhodes or beat the piss out of them for what he did 2 years ago to the Shield. I loved it. Or however many. I loved the Jay and Jimmy thing. I thought that was kind of cool, but it had no relevance to Cody Rhodes and Rock because they took their own business.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Jimmy interfere?
No, Jimmy came. Yes, yes. Jimmy came in.
Jimmy hit Cody.
Yes.
Okay, because I actually missed that part because my kid was waking up from a night terror. So,
okay. And then Solo, I get that. But
now the only part that I was confused with is the Undertaker.
Yes, that's what I'm confused with.
The only one that I didn't
take it. I'll fucking take it. I don't care. He's the conscience of the WWE.
Like, make it make sense, though. Make it
perfect.
Make sense
I'll do
because
it.
It didn't make sense.
I'll make it sense right now. He is the conscience of the WWE. He is the right and wrong of the WWE. He is the jury, judge, and executioner of the WWE. If he saw something wrong that was going on, he gonna come out and fix the sumbitch.
Right. I was not impressed with John Cena coming in. I didn't like that.
That made sense to me though. That made sense to me because
it did.
Because the last time that we saw him in the ring, Solo ragdolled him, and guess what? He got his revenge.
Right, okay. I get that.
So can I go over the timeline real quick just to see how we can if it was, because we had talked about this on Friday and me and Scott had talked about this on Tuesday about the interference. So I want to go over everything and just see where we're at.
Okay.
So Jimmy came in, interfered.
Yes.
So he hit Cody.
Jay came out.
Jay came out.
Jay came out and hit Cody.
And no, Jimmy hit Cody. Jimmy hit Cody.
Yes. Sorry.
Jay came out and ran Jimmy off.
So Jay never touched Roman.
No.
Okay. So then Solo comes out and does this, just beats the shit out of Cody Rhodes and is resilient as all hell. And then you hear burr, 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 and it's like, okay, cool. Cena's coming out, taking out Solo.
Right.
And then he hits Roman with an AA. So I feel like that was even at that point. Like, it's still a little bit on Cody's side because he got the shit kicked out of him by Solo and Roman. But after Cena AA'd Roman, I was like, okay, even playing field.
Then you had Rock Cena.
Which I thought was dumb. We did this a decade ago. We're not doing this again.
Right. Absolutely.
And then that's when the lights went out.
Yeah.
So Rock bottom Cena.
Yep.
Did Rock ever touch Cody?
No. I don't think.
Okay. So that part's fine. And then when Taker comes out, he just choke slams Rock, which, God, I hope this is the last vision and image we see of The Undertaker in a wrestling capacity, because that choke slam looked weak as shit.
It did.
Then the lights go out.
The lights go out?
And then no one's in the ring but Roman and Cody. It's like
Roman, Cody, and Seth. Seth is trying to climb himself back up with the ropes, and then Roman gets the chair, and then you see the wide shot widen, and he now has a choice. Does he go after Cody? Or does he finish what he started with Rollins?
Yes.
He chose the latter. He took plan B, which at this point did not prevent the pregnancy. And Cody took advantage of it.
Yes. My thing is, I was sitting here, my wife hates wrestling, right?
Right.
And she was watching this with me. And maybe I was like, oh shit, you're right. The big players, Roman Reigns and The Rock, they were many, many, many times did we see one of them sitting down outside the ring doing nothing to let the other one do something. It's like they were taking breaks, and the great camera angles were dictating that there was no Rock or no Roman at times. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, and I was kind of confused with that. But I don't know. I think if you're asking the question, if you bring about the timeline, I think Cody Rhodes had more interference, more help than Roman did.
Even with the solo Roman kicking his ass. Because when you look at it, Jimmy hit Cody, then Jay took out Jimmy. Solo destroyed Cody with Roman, right. And then Cena took out Solo and Roman with an AA. So that's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And then Rock comes out and only touches Cena, and then Taker comes out and only touches Rock.
Right, and see, that's one thing. We were more fixated on The Rock, the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it took away from the Cody Rhodes. And that's why we said on Tuesday and on Friday, I wish this match would have been a clean freaking one-on-one fight. To show both their, I don't know.
Well, like you guys were saying earlier, when you saw the tag match, Rock said, "You count, you're fired." Like when you guys brought that up, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much when I thought, oh, it's going to be Bloodline Rules tomorrow night. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this match is just going to be another Bloodline Rules.
Right.
Well, the fact that he said, if you count, you're fired, because you know the Great One doesn't fuck around. It's like,
I love it. Netflix, I love you.
Like, huh?
Like, I won't lie.
There's Dewey.
I can be honest with you. I thought I wanted to see 2 times when when Cody Rhodes got hoisted up on shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, come on, do the Batista, dump him. I wanted to see that so bad.
No, because we need to send people home happy.
I seriously wanted to see that so bad. I'm like, come on, bring the Attitude Era back. Bring it.
So, okay. I want to hear Scott's reaction to when he saw the 3 count. When he saw Cody get the pin for the 3 count, because I know how adamant you've been on the whole goddamn clean finish thing. It was what it was. What do you think?
Well, at the point after we've seen everything happen leading up to that point, it is what it is. Okay. I believe, and I'm probably going to get yelled at, but I wish I would have seen him have a better win, a bigger win.
I think this is probably as big as you can make it. He kicked out of spear after Samoan spike spear, after just getting his ass handed to him repeatedly. I don't think there was ever a real like babyface shine moment for Cody Rhodes until the end. That's what I truly believe.
I don't know. I want to say I don't know. I'll keep my
I was in absolute awe of the situation. Like I said earlier, I took my analyst glasses off, threw my glasses of a 11-year-old me watching wrestling on, and watched. Wasn't nitpicking at things and enjoyed the show.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I'm wearing the merch. I am a Cody crybaby, and I can tell you I had tears because I was happy for Cody.
I cried like a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest.
When he got the hug from Mama Rhodes,
I started bawling.
Full-blown tears.
Scott, I love you.
His
whoop-de fucking do. Hurdy, hurt.
No, my problem is we knew this was going to happen 5 months ago.
But did we?
Oh, yeah. Come on. Did we?
And I'm just over the moon elated. The fact that Tama Tonga is not part of the bloodline.
We still have tonight.
My problem is.
Fuck him.
My problem is. I don't.
God.
I hope Triple H in this new era that he keeps on talking about.
Yep.
I hope. I wrote these three down. I said, greatest long-term storytelling ever. That bloodline storytelling, that Roman Reigns storytelling, that was the greatest ever to ever exist. I hope when you have Cody Rhodes, Mr. Nightmare, Mr. whoever the hell you want to call him, I hope you use that
the
guy.
hate run through you.
I hope you use that guy to get me invested. Because right now, the story's over. So what? Let's go home. Bye. That's it.
Again, like I said Friday, the Sorcerer's Stone is ended. Now we're into the Chamber of Secrets.
And I don't see it.
So what do you want to talk about?
I do not see. Okay, yeah, so we're going to be bored. We're going to be bored. That's what we're going to be. Because we got the world's...
we're not.
And Cody Cornette would say, we got the world's best chaser as a champion now.
No, that's not true. Drew McIntyre won to a cash-in. Anyways.
Well, what I'm saying is, you said it. Cody
No,
Rhodes,
I did. You're right.
Cody Rhodes is a chaser, not a champion.
You know what the best part is, though, Scott? You could definitely make Cody Rhodes the underdog as champion. Yeah. It is possible.
I want a storyline. I
think you'll see that with Gunther. I honestly think you'll see that with Gunther.
I also think we'll see that with Omos.
I do not want a two-month title to be taken off at some pay-per-view.
Cody, we will talk after, because that right there can get you fired from this program. You best repent.
You're telling me right now that you don't see Backlash in France, Omos versus Cody Rhodes?
No.
That's my point.
No.
We're gonna put him up against Omos.
Yeah, have it be a giant killer. You gotta give him now monsters to beat.
You know what? Let him go against this guy.
Yeah, one problem with that, he ain't part of the WWE.
I don't know. I was happy with the whole show. I was happy. I'll say that. Yeah, I'm glad it's over. In a sense, I'm glad Cody won to get that done.
Yeah,
let's get it over with. The story's over. Now I want to be invested, and that's on Triple H. That's on The Rock. That's on WWE. If they're the big guys, I hope, and I think that with The Rock and Triple H together, I hope that they can recreate something. They can create something new to get me invested. Because for the last 3 years, why did I turn on SmackDown? Because of the Bloodlines and Roman Reigns.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to see when Roman would lose. That was the whole point. It wasn't because the storyline in general was good. It's because most people were like, okay, when's Roman losing the title? We were tuning in to see Roman lose the title. Yeah, the storyline was icing on the cake, but the meat of it was we want to see Roman lose the title.
Now I want to see Cody Rhodes lose the title. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? Tonight we could have a huge main event. Cody Rhodes putting up the WWE Championship on the line and then losing it within 24 hours, because that shit can happen too. Anything is possible. Never say never.
And if
any other cliche bullshit.
If that happens, that will be the dumbest thing ever. Why give Cody Rhodes for the title for 24 hours?
Why give Drew McIntyre it for 5 minutes and 14 seconds?
Did you hear what I said on the podcast? I thought that was ignorance.
No, the reason I don't think it's ignorance, because they still don't have him signed.
Well, I didn't know that.
Then I think that's also, and I called it too, and I knew Damian Priest was cashing on him, because going back to Survivor Series, we had him and Damian were like this. It's, you want long-term storytelling, this is what it is. They were like this. They existed as a unit, and lost. They were kind of like, all right, I'm done with you now. Drew left. Well, now you have Drew and Damian, they can collide at Backlash. I mean,
so okay,
it's kind of a
here's my
no-brainer.
question about
5 minutes.
about the whole Drew McIntyre thing. Did he turn face when he lost the belt?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Because my opinion, from what I was watching, my perspective, Punk's now the heel, McIntyre is now the face. Because Rollins is out indefinitely. He's healing.
I think it's Drew may have turned face. He may have, but I think you have Punk that's kind of still a tweener where he is loved by all at this point.
And just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes.
Okay.
He's this era's Stone Cold, I guess. Like,
I think that's a little too much praise, but
I mean, as a Punk fan, I think that's.
I'm a Punk fan too, but I think that's a tad too much praise. I don't know. I just feel like when he took off the arm brace and beat him with it, and then sat there and went, "Good job, jackass. Now you fucked up."
I'm more invested in that storyline than I am Cody Rhodes winning the title.
Well, you can't expect. Okay, so Cody climbed Everest. He got to the top and he beat the unbeatable. He beat the person we all knew. So right now, he's the king. He built his kingdom. He claimed his kingdom.
Yep.
Now we wait to see who steps forward to challenge him.
Rock.
I hope
Rock's
so.
going, and you know the Rock's going to lose because the Rock's going away to make a movie.
Yeah.
See, that's my problem.
He's missing both Backlash and the Saudi show.
In a real fight, Rock would tear the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns would clean the clock of that boy.
I mean, in my opinion, if you can compete in a very high-intensity Hell in a Cell match with a torn pec, I'm pretty sure that classifies you as a hard ass, and you can kick anyone you want right in the dick.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I mean, a torn pec kind of...
And then having not only a torn pec, but using the Cody cutter, having a Singapore cane pushed into that torn muscle, chair shots, sledgehammer, this, that, and the other thing, and survive and win. I'm gonna say he beats out that puss of a Rock.
No way.
Go have some more pancakes, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Dewey.
I don't know why you guys are haters. Jesus.
Oh, by the way, he needs to go get another boob job before I forget to say anything. He's got saggy skin underneath his pecs. He's got saggy skin on his stomach. Dude's either off the fucking juice or he's fucking needs to go get another boob job.
My wife Edie said he's had some work down there.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, maybe all that juice he's losing, he gave it to AJ Styles because motherfucker.
Okay, so what? Motherfucker looks great.
Roman Reigns looked amazing. He looked shredded.
From last night to Saturday night, two different Romans. I swear.
Yeah.
Saturday night Roman didn't look as good as Sunday Roman.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree.
So,
but with that being said, I want to thank everyone who's at times we had 6 people in here. Appreciate you all. For stopping in. Next time, throw a comment in the ring.
Yep.
And we'll look at her. And don't be scared. If you're from a different promotion, like Off the Top, Rivet City Radio, the former PWC people, who are now over in Rivet City Radio, anyone who is watching, please just throw a comment in the comment section. We enjoy hearing what you have to say. And just don't be scared to throw in your opinion, because that's what Wrestle Talk. It used to be Beyond the Mat Wrestle Talk Wednesday. It's still that. It's an opinion based stuff. Just throw and be respectful.
Right.
And
I throw my comments in and everybody bashes me, so we're good.
And I want to say personally, thank you guys for watching the content we put out.
Yes.
On live, on the YouTube for playback purposes. Because we're doing the same numbers live as we are putting it out on YouTube afterwards. And I can't thank you guys all enough for watching this and having, good feedback for us. And I just really appreciate seeing that.
And always remember, I found a clip I thought was funny.
Be careful.
And this is.
Oh, we're being rude? Awesome. Cool. My fucking turn.
That's. Just be respectful. Don't be rude.
I need that because tonight I go with Rico and them tonight. They want to do a show, and I probably will, because I have absolutely different views than they do. I will probably need.
Are you going to be talking about WrestleMania again?
Yeah,
okay.
They want to talk about WrestleMania.
Are we going to be talking about Raw then tomorrow night?
Yes, I messed up my calendar. I'll be honest with you. I have a wife that is so gracious. I'm supposed to give her 2 full days each week, and with everything going on, I gave her no full days this week. So.
My anniversary was last night. I gave her jack shit.
Wow.
I'm gonna be completely honest. You want to know what I gave her? A back rub, a foot massage, and dinner from Olive Garden.
There you go.
Happy anniversary, baby.
31 years on April 24th. So.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah.
So before I leave, I also want to give out another shout out. I showed what I got with Ken Anderson. I want to say a special thank you to Justin Bundy, JB Wrestling for Life. Thanks for sending that to me. Appreciate it. And hope you're having a great day. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. But we got our shows out throughout the week. I will be back on Friday for the Sports Talk, Huge Spot Sports, and alongside of Scott again for that one. And then Scott's got his show tonight and tomorrow night.
Yes, I have.
And
go tonight, tomorrow night.
Same location. Check us out, man.
This is WXW, which is AFA, the Wild Samoans promotion. I have 4 interviews this week with their people from there. Plus a watch along of WXW on Saturday night, their final battle, AFA's final show. They're closing the doors, so that's how big my week is. My first interview was on Wednesday the 10th. Chris Adams at noon. He has some history. He is taking on FTR.
Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish.
Oh, Bobby.
On Saturday. Did I get that wrong?
Undisputed.
It's not FTR. It's not FTR.
Not. Okay. Anyways, Bobby Fish.
Yeah, Red Dragon.
Bobby Fish. So that'll be on Wednesday. So we'll talk about WXW, and then going forward, Sean Scott, female wrestler Ashley Hartley, and Charles Arnold Jr. The last day on Friday. Then they'll watch along on Saturday. So
can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
So again, thanks guys. Love you all, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
I'll never back down.